Here's some footage that we're going to play out for you now that's been released on social media by the chief commander of the armed forces of Ukraine. It appears to show a Russian missile system being destroyed by a drone. Now, in a Facebook post, this chief commander of the Ukrainian armed forces, Valerii Zaluzhnyi, has said that a Turkish-made Bayraktar drone was used to destroy the Russian machinery in the area around the city of Malyn. This is in Ukraine, in the Zhytomyr region of Ukraine. So Ukraine continuing to maintain that they're hitting Russia and pounding Russia hard. Now they've put out footage which Ukraine claims to be of a Russian missile system being destroyed by a drone. Look at that impact on your screens there. The images showing, massive blow up, and Ukraine is saying that this is the Russian missile system being destroyed, being blown to bits. You've got, in fact, military convoys, and that's the first image that establishes a number of trucks and vehicles there parked, and suddenly it's all blown to bits. And you've got Ukraine claiming that this is the result of a drone attack on a Russian missile system. Let's take this across to Gaurav Sawant. He's reporting live from Kyiv. Gaurav, it happens to be your birthday. So first of all, birthday wishes to you. What a birthday this is turning out to be for you. You're in a conflict zone. Stay safe out there. At Gaurav, day 5 right now, with things playing out as they are, do you believe that the world never expected this kind of a fight back from Ukraine against Russia?
You're absolutely right. Many thanks. And you're absolutely right. The world did not expect this fight back. Ukraine itself, we are hearing from people on ground, they are very surprised with the very strong defense they are putting up. While they had faith in their armed forces, while they repeatedly said that the Ukraine of 2022 is not the Ukraine of 2014, and that with NATO weapons, exercises, military training and tactics, they've learnt a lot, and that is why there will never be another repeat of Crimea. But this is exactly their words coming true. The fact that they're using unmanned combat aerial vehicles to target the Russians clearly did not anticipate this. Was this a huge miscalculation on the part of the Russian President Vladimir Putin's team? They launched a big attack, but the images that are now being put out by the chief commander of the Ukrainian army tells a different story, and this story is actually going viral across Ukraine. Through the night, through late night yesterday, the Ukrainian television network was flooded with reports of the destruction of Russian tanks, Russian armored personnel carriers, and now this image of a missile system being destroyed. And this is when they were coming in to launch this attack. They were still on the road, and they were sitting duck. It was almost like target practice for the Ukrainian unmanned combat aerial vehicles, that one after the other, they've destroyed Russian tanks, Russian armored personnel carriers, a bridge laying system, a tank with a bridge laying system on top, and now even a missile system. This will be seen as a huge setback to Russians. What is also going viral on social media here are images of locals standing up to Russian soldiers, giving them food, giving them water, but telling them to go back to their own country and not invade Ukraine.
And those kind of images are truly going viral. What's happening in the capital of Kyiv, Gaurav? Russia has been focusing largely on capturing the capital city, and this has been the situation since, we spoke last on Saturday, on Friday as well. Since then, has anything changed on the ground? Because it looks like Ukraine is pushing back. They're making it very clear it's not going to be a walkover for Russia on the capital streets.
So on day 5, it's very clear it is no walkover. But through the night, there was panic. The air raid sirens went up multiple times. The place where we are staying, we were told, do not venture out, do not switch on your lights. We went out to take images of how people were reacting to an air raid siren. But we were immediately told to get back and get into this building where we are. It has a small basement. We were told, get into the basement parking lot. Local television channels are now anchoring their shows, doing their shows from basements and the parking lots of their buildings, because that perhaps may be the only place safe. So air raid sirens, but fortunately, at least so far, there hasn't been an incoming missile which was anticipated late last night. There wasn't wasn't the kind of engagement that was expected. Last night was supposed to be a fearsome battle for which the Ukrainian forces had rallied around, and they had their eyes in the sky, their unmanned aerial vehicles scanning any area for the advance of the Russian soldiers. But for some reason that hasn't happened. And one of the local journalists here was telling me this may well be because talks may be starting in Belarus. So before those talks, this may be the lull. If those talks do not succeed, there could be a storm.
Could be the outcome of such talks, Gaurav. Ukraine coming to the board saying that, okay, we will also have a dialogue. We don't have much expectations from Russia. But what could be the result of such dialogue? Would it mean perhaps a ceasefire? Could it mean that, things then cool off, but temporarily?
That would be a huge, if they cool off in the current situation, it would be a huge loss of face for Russian President Vladimir Putin and his ambition to emerge, as the West puts it, as the new Tsar. And he does want to, in all his conversations, the impression has been he does want to show Russia regain its past glory, and not just the Soviet glory, but the glory that Russia historically enjoyed. Now, to do that, if he cannot even, do what he intended to do with Ukraine, a regime change and demilitarization, that would be seen as a major setback.